What's up, everyone? Welcome to my show. It's been quite a while since I've made a video. Um, it's been crazy. It's January 11th. Next week we actually move into the house, which is a plus. Like I said, this is the last video I'm going to be making here because I did get a chance to go to the comic store. I got my bin all taken care of and closed, which they weren't too happy about. Um, just was being crazy. Weird. Yeah, it's been nuts. All I've been doing really is just working and packing and working. I did get tons of new stuff, but I've already packed it and put it over in the new house already. So you'll have to get a chance to see that when the house comes around, when I make a video there. Uh, did get a lot of DVDs because they were on sale. A lot of them went on clearance after the holidays, so I got a lot of that, which, like I said, I already packed. I did get one yesterday. It was $5 on Blu-ray. Identity Thief. Originally, when I first saw this a long time ago when I rented it, I was like, it's alright. Then I watched it on TV. I'm like, and it grew on me. So I'm like, alright, what the hell, $5, go for it. So I got that. Comics, yes. Uh, and I'm gonna go over a few things with this, what I got, and explain a few things because there's a lot of things changing, which sucks, but is good, I guess. I don't know. You got to take the good with the bad. So I'll get into it. Um, like I said, I went to the comic book store, closed my bin, took everything out. They weren't happy. They're like, "Oh, why don't you want the bin anymore?" I was like, "Well, I bought a house. I'm moving." I was like, "It already takes me from where I am now, almost 40 minutes to get to this comic book store." I was like, "So," and then if you add another 45 minutes onto that, I was like, "That's a long drive to get to this comic book store." I was like, "I could still get to your new location, but I'm also switching positions at my job, so it's overnight hours now. So now it's completely different. So it's a lot harder to get there, especially when the wife works. She's got the car until 6, 7 o'clock at night, and then that's pretty much when I'll be getting up. Well, hopefully a little earlier than that, but and then I gotta be I'd have to be at work an hour later or something like that. So I was like, But one book my friend had told me about, and I'd heard about it, that it was coming out, like I said, and I didn't get it because I haven't had a chance to go to the comic store until yesterday. Uh, and he was like, "Oh, it's really good. And you're a Turtle fan, you're a Batman fan, so now you know what I'm talking about." And I'd asked, I was like, "I don't think they're gonna have it." But when I went in, I was like, "Do you have, the Ninja Turtle Batman crossover thing?" And the guy's like, "Yeah." He's like, "We have one left." He's like, "I was actually just about getting ready to mark it up." He's like, "We were getting ready to put the sticker on there." I'm like, "Oh man." He's like, "But don't worry about it." He's like, "No, it's no big deal, man." He's like, "I'll give it to you for the cover price." I'm like, "Okay," which I'm going to discuss in a second. But I got Batman Ninja Turtles #1. I did get a chance to read it. It actually is pretty cool. I liked it. The guy kept talking about how much he loves it, and that #2 is coming out. And I'm like, which I'll get into in a sec. But the price tag they were going to put on this was $10. It went from $4 to $10. But like I said, I got it for 4, so I was happy with that. This is another book that I got that wasn't in my pull list. I just figured, what the hell, give it a whirl. All New Wolverine #1, and this has got this is a $5 price tag. Like I said, this is what I'm going to talk about in a sec. This I got, I don't have the other 3, but I got it anyway because it's the Green Goblin, Radioactive Spider-Gwen, #4, Enter the Green Goblin. When I saw that, I'm like, I'm a Green Goblin fan. I gotta buy it. This had a $4 price tag, so it's kind of see how it's going. Now these are the things that were in my bin, and like I said, it's expensive. But I got Dark Knight 3, the Master Race Book 1, which has got a $6 price tag. Didn't get a chance to read these yet, so I'm looking forward to it. Something to do. I'm gonna read when I get into the house, because I got a lot of time off, which I'll talk about that later. But here's Book 2. Howard the Duck #2. It also says more Gwenpool. Howard the Duck #3, plus the last Gwenpool story ever. Oh man. Let's see. This one wasn't it was in my box, but it wasn't something I asked to pull. But I guess because it's Spider-Man, they pulled it anyway, and it's fine with me. Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Grace 1.1. Spidey #1. I'm really looking forward to reading this. I've been waiting, uh, waiting a while. Just, like I said, I haven't had a chance, and I'm like, oh man, that's something I wanted to take a look at, see how it is. And this wasn't in my box, but the guy had it, so he's like, "Oh, we didn't pull it. We're sorry." But Spidey #2. Didn't even get a chance to bag and board him yet. That's how busy I've been. Amazing Spider-Man #4. #5. And #6. And that will do it for my books. Now, a little itty-bitty small discussion. Well, not really. But I was talking to my friends, talking to the wife, and like when I told her I wasn't going to go to that comic book store anymore, not because they're bad, just because, like I said, I just can't. It's too far. She's like, "Oh, well, you could set up a thing at the other one." I'm like, I was talking to my friend's like, "You sound like you're getting out of comics." I'm like, "I'm not really getting out of them. It's just that they're getting really expensive, and my real problem now is I have to be an adult." With the house, I got the mortgage. I have right now for the next 3 months we're gonna have double the bills because we're paying here and we're paying there. So it's a little too much. So it's just and the wife and I were basically like we're taxed out. Like it's just we're on like our last like penny kind of thing. She's like, "All right, no more." She's like, "I'm serious." She's like, "You can't spend anything until we level this thing out." I'm like, "I know, so I'm being an adult." And plus, like I told her, I was like, these comics are just getting ridiculously high priced. I mean, all right, the Batman one, $6. I'll give it that because it's a pretty damn thick book. But all the other ones, $4, $5, $6 price tags on just regular size comics, it's getting just a little ridiculous. As much as I want to continue, like I said, I want to see how Spidey is. I really want to maybe continue with that and Amazing Spider-Man, and that'll be it. I just can't. I just can't do it. And my other thing is I was going to really start to go heavy on back issues. I can try to finish my collections because I stopped, about like 6-7 months ago. I just stopped with back issues. I'm like, all right. Well, actually, no, I bought back issues on the Comic-Con Wolverine and stuff like that. But that was because they were really cheap. I basically stopped because it was just, they were getting ridiculously high priced too. It's like Amazing Spider-Man comics, if you have anything, not even just, I used to say, like, anywhere from 100 below, they were getting really expensive. Now it's just any of them. They're just going with ridiculous stuff. Like I saw Amazing Spider-Man, I think it was $315, I think it was, going for $85, and I was like, oh my god. Another one I remember seeing was $309, was like 75 to 60 $75, give or take. I'm like, this is nuts. I was like, those you could buy for like $4, less than a couple months ago, and all of a sudden, so we'll see. I'm not out of comics. I love my comics. I love them. It's just that right now, for the next couple months until everything levels out, it's going to be just way too tight. Like like in budget wise, like we're just about able to cover food and pet food and pet care and stuff like that, and the everything else. So it's like there's no nothing. That's it. So the videos are going to be very few and far between, depending on what goes on. I might just make updates here and there if I get something online, which I doubt. It's going to be a while. But I will make a video, like I said, of showing the house and showing like when I fix everything up. I'll give you an understanding of what I had to deal with, which this has changed now. I'm going to show you. I don't have anything to show you on there. This is what, you might not be able to see it. It sucks. Can I turn it so you could see it? No. Alright, let's try my phone. Hang on. I'm going to show you. See if I could show you what I was dealing with. This is, like I said, this has been completely redone now, thank God. But just to give you a glimpse of what it looked like. This was the comic book room. Oh man, can't see that either. Oh, wait. You can kind of see it from the side. Alright, that looks weird, but you see those purple dots and green wall? That's what the comic book room I had to deal with. You can kind of see it there. It's all green. It was this hot neon green. There it is. Kind of, it's got there. You kind of see it. Sorry for the angle, but it's the best I can do, so you can check it out. And there's Seamus. It has a, you kind of see Seamus. You might not be able to see it. It has like a dragonfly light switch, which is, but the color has changed. Oh man, thank God. I literally took a Spider-Man picture. This is what's crazy. Took a Spider-Man picture and a Batman picture from when he was in his 70s costume, the blue, and took them both, went to, there it goes, went dark for a second there, went to Lowe's. I said, listen, I need this color, and the guy's like, are you kidding? He's like, I can't do that color. I'm like, why not? He's like, red, black. I was like, no, the blue. He's like, oh. So they scanned it, he went through it, and came up with, I think it's deep space blue or something like that, and it actually looks just like Spider-Man's, like, you know, the blue part of his costume, the legs, and Batman's cape. So it was actually, it came out pretty nice. Like I said, like 2 weeks ago, I spent like 3 days painting. We were painting the comic book room, we were painting the guest movie room, which the guest one didn't come out too bad. The wife's not happy because it didn't come out as dark or as light. No, I'm sorry, as light as she wanted it. It came out really dark, so it looks kind of like a prison gray rather than like this antique gray it's supposed to be. But you know, it was better than this hot pink they had. It was like this really hot, bright hot pink because the couple that owned it, they had 2 daughters, so it was like 2 Disney room things. It was nuts, very crazy. But yeah, so when I move in, I make everything, you know, nice and neat the way it's gonna go. I did start on a few things, adding things here and there, and I'm like, maybe I'll change that. Put a lot of posters up already, but you'll see it. You'll see it when I move in. I'll try to make a video when it's done, because like I said, I have a lot of time off. I took 2 weeks off because next week is when we move. That's when I took the week off, 2 weeks off starting then. I was like, listen, I gotta move. I was like, you know, they're like, oh, well, how long did it take you to move? I was like, well, it's probably going to take a day or two. I was like, and then I have cable guy coming. That's on one day. I got to be home because the wife's got to work. She makes a lot more money than I do, so I'd rather have her go to work and me take the time off. I got the electrician coming. That's another day. The plumber's coming. That's another day. So it's like all these days add up, and I was like, and then me actually putting everything together, I was like, takes time too. So they weren't happy, but I was like, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. So when I come back from my 2-week vacation, that's when I'll be switching to overnights. So it's like I'm just going from one to the other, and the job kind of screwed me a little bit because this week, today's actually, I got to go to work soon. Today's actually my last day because they gave me this week off now. So now I'm basically off 3 weeks. So I was like, wow, thanks. And they're like, oh, well, we're cutting hours. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so that's fun, you know, just getting a house, moving in, and now you don't have any hours. Fun times. On top of that, I also think I'm getting sick, which I hope not. We'll see how it goes. So I'm sure I'll get sick right on the day I move, so it'll be impossible to lift things. So, but we'll see. But yeah, that'll do it. Like I said, not too much going on really other than that, and we'll see what happens. You know, I bounce back from time to time, and once we get everything leveled out and everything's fixed and ready to go, after a couple months, you know, should be back to normal. But anyway, thank you all for taking the time to watch this, and remember, it's not the size of your cave that matters, it's what you have in it. And like I said, this is my last video from this apartment, or townhome, whatever you want to call it. C'est la vie. Later, everybody.